You know what? I think the Mexicans are going to end up loving Donald Trump when I give all these jobs, okay? I think they're going to end up.
Well, the RNC's director of Hispanic communications stepped down yesterday. The New York Times reporting she's uncomfortable with Donald Trump. Her replacement, perhaps also uncomfortable, Helen Gary Ferry, advisor to former candidate Jeb Bush, has made comments critical of Trump and his rhetoric on Latinos and women in the past. I want to bring in Republican strategist and RNC delegate Ashley Bell. Mr. Bell, thank you. Where does this?
Thank you.
You know exactly what the topic is right now.
Right.
Go make the case for Trump in the world of minorities and how he's going to try to get his share. People say he needs 30-some% of the Latino vote in this country. He needs a certain percentage of the black vote. He can't do it all in white votes. So how's he do it?
You know, I think he's got a lot of work to do. I'm not going to make the case to say that Donald Trump has done himself any favors. The reality is with the Latino vote, I think he thinks he can win without it. That's the tough part. When it comes to the African-American vote, we have a long way to go to get this conversation going. To me, Chris, what's got to happen is he has to have people who have credibility on the issues that affect minorities close to him and in his circle. Part of building the party, part of unifying the party means he needs to bring those people close in. That hasn't happened yet, and I hope it will happen soon.
Why do you think he pushed that birtherism thing of his? It was juvenile. It was just to bug the president. But to take an African-American president, the first ever,
right,
and say, I want to see your papers, is undignified by both people, and it certainly was an insult to the president. They asked him for his papers. He had to show his birth certificate to this guy because this guy demanded it.
And the president did show it. In 2008,
but why? I mean, that whole process was humiliating to the president. I thought, by the way, I think the president's not going to forget it. Just a thought.
I don't think he will either. That's old news. That's an old story. For right now,
no, that's not news because I just brought it up. What do you think of it? How can you support a candidate for president who engaged in that kind of pretty below-the-belt politics?
You know, the politics is when you have a nominee in your party, you got to get behind your nominee. We saw that with our speaker today. I didn't support Donald Trump in the primary, but I'm going to support my nominee. At the end of the day, this is a party that stands for free enterprise and free people. So the Republican Party is still the Republican Party with or without Donald Trump, but we're going to make sure we do the best we can to make sure Hillary's not elected, because as we heard today with her foreign policy speech, she's a throwback from the past, a neocon. Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders on the same page.
Well, you may be right about that. Look, I agree with you.
We got one candidate left. You
obviously did your homework. You know what I think about. Ashley, let me ask you this about the judge the other day.
Yeah.
You know, everybody is a little ethnic in this country. We're not all, we don't ignore, we're not colorblind or ethnic. I'm not holding that against anybody.
Okay.
But when he referred to that judge as a Mexican, he didn't say Mexican-American. He didn't say the guy might have an attitude about me because I was so tough on Mexican immigration, illegal immigration. He just took a shot at that judge and said he's bigoted against me because he's a Mexican. What you make of that when you get engaged in that kind of street corner politics?
You know, he's a plaintiff in a case that's going to be a tough case for him. He's trying to get the public opinion on his side because he may not be winning in court. But to call out someone's race, especially a judge, it's uncalled for. I thought it was absolutely the wrong thing to do. Yeah. And it brings into question when you're president and you have to deal with the judicial branch. You can't call names to get things done. There's a clear distinction in powers between the executive and the judicial branch, and this sends the wrong message. Donald Trump was absolutely wrong for calling out his ethnicity. We don't even know if he is a Mexican or not. No, the guy's from Indiana, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, he could be from Barcelona, too. We don't know anything. We don't know anything anyway, but thank you. Thanks for coming on. Please come back again, Ashley Bell. Next, we're going to